Hello everyone. So I want to do a kind of a video really, and this is a bit of a gav ramble, but I think it's probably worth having at least let me get through my first introduction to it. And what I want to talk about is creation and innovation. Now, we all can now, especially on the Night Vision Builders Group, very much create these kits, which is great. But then it's the mindset to then think, okay, we've got something, we want to make it better or do something else. And the reason why I'm kind of in this frame of mind is, as always, time to time when I'm driving to and from work, or mulling things over after a hard day's work in the evening, what else can we do with these kits? Now, I think we haven't got to the end limit yet. I think there's actually more scope, play on words, to do much more. And the reason why I'm intrigued at the moment is I'm very much a very big fan of these. This is a Raspberry Pi, and they come in. This is a Raspberry Pi Zero W, and the reason for it is W is it's got a little silver thing there. That's a Wi-Fi chip. So these things I think could be almost the next block in terms of the evolution of the kit. So if we think of how we've been building them before, it's very much the people out there, the fan of the E700's KPC camera, bolt that on, stick a screen on, power supply, off you go. I mean that's as basic as it is. It's not a complicated kit at all. Now with these you can then start being more flexible. Well, obviously the resolution that you're going to get out of these is going to outgun anything that the KPC can do at the moment, and but there is a downside. The downside is the camera unit that you get currently that you can plug into this to get that kind of resolution is not up to it. I mean, I needed a T74 torch to do 30 meters of my back gun range, albeit I need to get out there and say, what is the limit to do, and there's some other sensory than jiggery pokery that I can play around and so on to see whether I can actually get it even better. But that's a work in progress. So that's one element. Now the other element is the innovation side is like I'm hopeful, and I really do hope that someone does this. Now there's been with the Raspberry Pi for some time now, people really pushing for a larger sensor size. Now when I say larger sensor size, the Raspberry Pi one, if I'm correct, has got a 1/4 inch sensor size. It actually might be smaller if I think on, but we'll go for 1/4. But it's smaller than the 1/3 one that we've got at the moment. So as we all know, the larger the sensor size, the more ability the light will absorb. Now, if someone comes along and then states, "Oh, actually, we're now going to do an upgrade to the camera, and it's going to have a 1/2 inch sensor," I'm going to probably have a nerdgasm. I mean, I'm going to be like all over the place. I just won't be able to speak to me for about 3 days. And if that happens, there will be a massive change in the night vision world. And the reason being is that kind of, I nearly said weaponry then, but that kind of development will be a brilliant thing for the night vision world. Absolutely brilliant. And the reason being is having that kind of larger sensor and the ability to, you might even just be able to use moonlight. I mean, no torch at all, and that would be my, that perfect kit. Not being able to, having a torch and having the weight, albeit that the torch is not actually all that heavy, but it's additional battery. You've got the torch, you've got the mount, and all the rest of the stuff. It all adds up. But if we then start stripping back, I mean, this thing is dead light. In fact, I'm going to weigh this shortly and find out exactly how much. So I'll put a little caption on saying how much it weighs. Obviously, my weight, it'll probably have its own gravitational field pulling it down, but that would be a game changer. And so the innovation of it will actually come about. Now, if someone then comes across as a Gavin, okay, you don't have to wait for that, you can do it in a different way. That's great. It's sharing ideas. It's then bringing people together to kind of make it a better thing. So these things then they're a low power device. So we only need this can actually run on 3.3 volts or 5 volts. 5 volts is I like nice round numbers. So 5 volts for that. You can then have this, and I would like to extend my thanks to Mick Binning to put me on to this. It's a nice little 2.2 inch screen. So if is an idea pop up, is my thought process would be, okay, well, what we want to do is Mike, sorry if I got that wrong. It's like up north, down south kind of thing. So you've got a nice little combination unit there. I mean that's neat, and that's not very heavy, very very lightweight. Put the camera module on there, and that weighs as much as a gnat's knacker, and that kind of stuff gives us lightweight, no infrared torch, and low power. Battery wise. I mean, I've had the Raspberry Pi project running on two 1865 batteries for 5 hours. That's happy days, and if you were to have that kind of performance with no torch, even better. But apologies, it's very much just me wanting to get kind of things off my chest and rambling on, but it's in a good place at the moment with technology, and I want to see on how this thing all pans out. So again, if you like, share, subscribe. Obviously, if you didn't like this one, let me know. I'll try and not ramble on too much. But there we go. At least it's a video. Thanks a lot. See ya.